everybody, you're watching Cole the Cornstar. Today we're rocking one of my 13-year-old self's outfits, blue shorts with boots and some very white legs. All right, Brownie, you hold the camera here. I'll let you record for a little bit. You got anything you want to say? Brownie, you gotta look at the camera when you're doing that. You gotta look at the camera. There you go. Oh, no, don't lick it. Don't lick it. Here, I'll take that back. Got about 30 bales or so left to get picked up today, and then I think we're gonna pick up some for our neighbor because he's letting us use his trailer, so it's kind of a nice thing to do. Should be another good day. It's supposed to be a hot day, but we should be able to get a good chunk done. I need to mow my lawn later. First stop of the day here is at Mary Lou's. If we look up on the hill there, we can see hay bale. We got a couple more across the road over that little ravine. Then we've already got the 4 over here, and we have to be careful with this trailer because when you put them on from the back and then they slide forward. And when you have 3 or 4 on, the weight is all at the back of the trailer. So it's kind of like a teeter-totter when the bigger person's at the other end, and that would be this end. So the back end of the truck's really light, so it's easy to get stuck. So hopefully that doesn't happen. Good thing for 4-wheel drive. I guess instead of just explaining it, let me show you what I mean. All right, keep your eyes right here. I suppose while we're out here, I might as well take a look at these soybeans. Look how big these things are, guys. They're getting nice and bushy. Probably in about, I don't know, a month, they're gonna be this tall or so. They're gonna be fully bushed out. You're not gonna be able to see down the rows. This is a little bit of a compacted spot here. That's why we got some not the best stand right here, but looking out there in the open area, stuff is looking good. What do you think, Scout Dog? Do they look pretty good? Golly, how'd you get up there? How'd you get up there? Come here. Oh my goodness, how do you do that? How do you do that? You're crazy. You're crazy. Well, that doesn't look very good.
All right.
No, it's flat. Those aren't automatic air compressors.
They're gonna be automatic tanks.
Oh yeah, Dad. Impeccable form.
Hopefully it goes all the way up.
Here she goes. And again. Okay, looks like we got our last 3. Here we go. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is Cooper's first cut of hay. And there goes Callie climbing the bale. Only took 3 days, Dad.
Oh, we're not done yet.
Oh boy. You know it's humid out when you take the camera out of the air conditioning and it fogs up. Oh, look at that view, ladies and gentlemen. Isn't it beautiful? Oh, wait, sorry, you can't see. Well, I have your hearing stimulated. It's starting to get dark and my lawn looks like a jungle and I really need to mow it. I'm gonna grab the lawnmower, get this tidied up real quick. Ooh, I should probably wash this shirt. It smells like football pads. Yuck. Morning, Brownie. Good morning, Brown Dog. So today we got a pretty wild day. It's supposed to be like 139 degrees or something close to that at least. We got Ben guys here delivering Ben site delivery stuff. Holy smokes, that's a nice rig. And we have Kristen and Lori here this morning and we're gonna go over some marketing stuff. Fun, yay!
Hopefully Cole doesn't fall asleep this time.
Hey, nice sunglasses.
Sure. I was inside, so I didn't need them on, but
She styles them pretty well.
Lori went through the link in the description, got 15% off. Were those a birthday gift?
Well,
yesterday was Lori's birthday.
I don't have birthdays anymore, Cole.
What do you call them?
Anniversary days.
Back to the trailer here. We got some bin sheets on. What do we all got on here?
Almost half a bin?
Half a bin?
Yep.
Big bin or little bin?
No clue. Also to unload.
But I'm not the only one who wears long sleeves.
Right. Comes in very handy. You don't get sunburned.
Yes. I don't know what all these. Oh, these are roof sheets. We're gonna let those guys unload that. Let's go visit with Kristen, Lori, and Dad. Holy smokes, you get a haircut?
Oh yes. I was reading the comments the other night and somebody says, is Daddy Cornstar gonna start looking like a bum like his boys?
Hey, if it makes you feel any better, you big meanie. I'm donating my hair. About this big now, don't you?
Are they making like little Cornstar dolls and then they're going to use you? Well, this is the first I heard anything about the donation. If I would have known that, I would have let mine grow another ½ inch.
Maybe you should do a hair growing contest between the three of you.
I would win.
Okay guys, we are out here in the $1 Million Bin site location right now. We have Kristen, we have Lori. These are our marketing ladies from Ever Ag. These are the people that Dad talks to for half the morning trying to get all our corn, soybean marketing stuff figured out. We're not really the smart ones when it comes to selling our grain. They do it all for us. Sorry, Dad does it all for us. We're gonna go step inside the big machine shed here, get out of the heat, and we're gonna discuss why in the world we're putting up these bins. What time did you go to bed?
Around 12:30?
Why so late?
I couldn't sleep.
Not working hard enough then.
No, sir.
So typically when Lori and Kristen come out, we sit down underneath the oak tree here and we go over all of our sales, future plans, kind of what our goals are here on the farm. I want you guys to break down why we're putting up the $1 Million Bin site and like how that's gonna make sense financially.
So with your on-farm storage, Cole, you're able to treat that like an elevator. You can take advantage of that futures carry and advantage and basis to look at compared to fall delivery for you.
So Kristen, why can't I just go to local and still do the same thing?
So you absolutely can, but then it's just that what is better for you guys. So view it from the perspective of if you are going shopping, you have your local area that you could go shopping in, which is great to support local. But at the same time, if you're looking for more options or maybe better prices, you would go to a bigger city that has those different options as well. From a corn and a bean perspective, it's the same type of analogy, where a local market provides a lot of convenience. From they're here, they're fast, they're quick, but the options are going to be slimmer when we're in rural America, and the prices might be a little bit more expensive, or from the seller's perspective, you might not get as good of a price. When we have that bin site, it leaves that flexibility open to choose which is the better market. We don't know yet whether feed or ethanol or the rail or the river is going to be the hot market 6 months from now. So
I thought you guys were supposed to know everything.
oh, that crystal ball, where did that go?
So for sake of example, could we just go like with prices right now on like numbers that are actually out there versus like co-op versus our own bin site, and then we can kind of get a feel for how our bin site would perform over taking it somewhere?
So let's use what you guys did last year. So last year the local market was 48 cents under the Chicago Board of Trade. Okay, that was for fall delivery, and that's where you set a lot of your basis at. Versus on the bushels that you got to store, we were able to capture 7 cents worth of carry in the market from a future standpoint, and you set basis at a 12 cents over the Chicago Board of Trade. So in essence, you had a 19 cents over basis versus a 48 cents under at the local market.
Okay.
Which equals, Cole, you're smarter than me with the numbers.
I went to a public school, got my public education. 67.
67 cents was your ROI, return on investment, for the bushels that you could store compared to what you had to take in during the fall.
So we made 67 cents per bushel storing in our own bins instead of taking to the elevator.
Correct.
And that's not even including what the elevator would cost us for fees, right?
For storage fee and stuff.
Yes.
Correct. Yeah, if you were to store it, that'd be not including that.
So what's a typical storage fee for an elevator?
12 cents for the first 3 months. What is it, 5 cents after that?
4.5 or 5,
and
depending.
then shrink is another 10 cents typically. So you're probably adding anywhere from 20 to 30 cents worth of extra fees if we're storing as well.
Well, what would stop you from just paying the storage at the co-op, and then if, you know, a hot bid came up at an ethanol plant down the road, couldn't you just pull out?
On commercial storage, you cannot. If you have condo storage, you can, but then there's an out fee.
What would that out fee be?
Typically 5 to 15 cents
So
on
if,
top of trucking, and then
if we're doing this on 200,000 bushels, that's a chunk of change.
yep, for just 1 year. And it's not to say that the co-op is bad. We're not.
Nope,
out
co-ops
here
are bad.
Against them or anything. They provide an awesome convenience, especially when guys are in a bind. But when you're looking at your operation from a business perspective, you want to make sure that you're doing the most you possibly can to get the biggest return, especially when times are tight, let alone when times are good.
So we want to be the nail, not the hammer. I'm the grass and you're the lawn.
And then I guess for me looking at this, since the boys want to keep farming, I got to look at it as a long investment. You know, if you're farming by yourself and you're thinking about getting out in a few years is one thing. Maybe you don't want to be looking at this kind of money being spent. But for me, I don't want to look back 10 years from now and like, boys, why didn't we do this 10 years ago? It would be paid off about now. So, you know, each farmer's got to look at the bottom line, how things work. But we're trying to make it for our farm a little more convenient, quicker unloading, and we can work on our own hours.
If it weren't for Cooper and I kind of pushing on this, what would you think you would have done regarding the bin site since everything got destroyed?
If you guys weren't want to continue farming, it would be a tough decision, but I'm young enough yet. We'd probably be looking at something, maybe a little storage, or I don't know. It's a good question, Cole. I guess that's where I feel pretty lucky having boys that want to work with me or me work with them, you know, family operation here.
Here's the way we look at it, guys. We hire a lawyer to help us with all our legal stuff. We hire an accountant to help with all our tax things. Like, it's above our heads. So marketing is so complex. Why not hire someone to help with that?
I mean, the fact of the matter is there's just a lot to manage. We've talked about futures, we've talked about options, about basis and how that all comes together, and we're still even trying to look at how that pertains to your guys' farm and your profitability. So there's a lot of different things to keep track of, and when we look at everything else the farmer has to do, it's overwhelming if from that perspective. So we're here to help in any way that we can.
You know, I just want to say, since Lori's birthday was yesterday, I don't know if she finally matured or what, but just look how polite and respectful she's been sitting here. We haven't been interrupted once. I'm blown away.
I would like to add one thing, just a disciplined approach to marketing. And like you said earlier here, we got a plan. You got a plan in place.
You take the emotions out of it.
Take the emotions out of it.
And you can actually sleep at night. And guys, I just want to clarify that working through Everag, there's no guarantees. I mean, this is marketing. They can't guarantee you saying you're going to make set amount. This is just the numbers that we just so happened to have last year. We could have lost money. We could have made more money. They can't guarantee anything.
You're lucky to have a house over your roof. I mean, they're watching this for us all day long, watching the markets. They call, give us good suggestions, but we always make the final say at the end. You know, yes, go ahead and do that for us. Let's hold off on that. So it's been very, very nice because some of the stuff gets a little confusing for me and they have to walk through it sometimes, and it's nice. Sometimes we can sit down in person or do this over phone, but just wanted you guys to know that it's always you that makes the final decision and how many bushels and whatever.
And what we like especially about working with them is they have such hearts of teachers. We don't understand a lot of this, and they break it down simple, and then we sit there like, and then they break it down even more, and they break it down more until you understand it. And you guys have always been very patient with us, and we appreciate that.
And it's a learning process. You know, this is what you do for your business, and you want to be the best at your business. So grabbing a hold of it and learning how options can work for you on your operation, and you guys have been a pleasure to work with.
The key in all of this is just making sure that you have somebody that you trust and that'll help you truly understand what's going on with your own operation. So that's what we're here for. We love doing this, and we're here to help you guys out.
Not the easiest job, but we do enjoy working with farmers.
I was just sitting there thinking, you know, we all got Pit Viper sunglasses on. If you get on the link down below, you can get 15% off and get your own. We were talking this morning too, if you got suspicion glasses, prescription glasses, you can send what you have to Pit Viper also, and they will make that for your safety glasses or sunglasses.
I should probably mention these are Z87 plus rated, so they are a safety glass certified. All right, we'll see ya. Oh, I didn't think they were ever gonna leave Bounty. Oh, I'm so glad they're gone. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. You don't have to cry. I know you're so happy they're leaving, but it's okay. Oh, hey, what do we have here?
I don't pick up hitchhikers.
Hey, what are we doing?
We're just checking to see if it's hot out here.
What's the general consensus?
Yes.
Now that we're done with Kristen and Lori, we got Brett and Parker out here from Ag Leader. Remember that little test trial we did on the 24-hour planter with the hydraulic downforce versus the springs right in the wheel track of the LSW? Well, we're gonna assess and see how that turned out. Hey, don't eat our corn. What are you doing? You're messing up Brett's trial.
For today, we're just going to look, see if we see a visual impact, and then looking at the data in Agfinity, I did see that the springs were struggling right here on this outside pass. Springs were on rows 14 and 15, so if we count over, these 2 rows right here would be where the sure forest was. You can still see it is still a little bit thinner there, but you can't undo compaction. The LSWs do a great job at limiting that, but it still doesn't compare to where there was nothing.
Nice shirt you got there.
Yours is even nicer. Check this out. First thing I like is that when I open it up, it didn't split open right about that trench, which means that
The Yetter twisters are doing a good job.
that's right. Crumbling the trench, we also didn't cause too much unnecessary compaction during the time of planting. Soil was pretty dry, so it's hard to...
There's a little moisture in it right now, but it's definitely getting dry. Parker here is from Mississippi, right?
That's right.
So this is what we call dirt. It's not red.
Red dirt's more on the Alabama, Georgia side.
Root mass is going all different directions. Good sign that we didn't compact any seed trench.
Ooh, Parker, before we go, you got any advice for us?
Don't eat yellow snow, yeah.
Yeah, there we go. You don't even know what snow is. What are you talking about? All right, Brett, we'll see you later.
Got a flat tire here that's a slow leak, but we don't want to take a chance of putting a load on it and ruining the rim or anything.
Man, they're throwing nails in the road around here or what?
You would think so.
There she is. Tire's free, right, Jacob?
No.
All right, Ricky Bobby. All right, thanks, Jacob.
We delivered some hay up here to Cole's place. So Cooper asked if we could get it inside the building so it don't get rained on. We're gonna go ahead and load these up now. I just gotta run them in a shed over here. Oh, I gotta sit down and drink of water for a minute. Water.
So our neighbor Doug here let us use this trailer of his, so as kind of a thank you for that, we are gonna get, ow, I just smashed my finger in the linchpin. But we're gonna grab his hay that's out in the field and we're gonna bring it here for him. I think he's got like 37 bales, so this is the first 8, and hopefully I'm putting them in the right spot. Oh, look at that, driving through the ditch, unbelievable. Now, as per usual, we have another slight little change in plans. Looks like we got a visitor here. Hi, what's your name?
Corbin.
Corbin? I'm Cole.
You know who that guy is?
Yeah. Cole the Cornstar.
I don't know if you guys remember or not, but this is Matt from Sid Dillon in Blair, Nebraska. He's the one who brought Ford down. It's due for an oil change, so I guess he's here to take her away.
Yep, did a couple-hour drive back to Blair to get it serviced at, I think, 7:30 in the morning.
Say goodbye to Ford for a couple days. She's gonna be getting the oil change. She's gonna be a fresh machine. I guess we're stuck driving this dinosaur 2019 Chevy 2500 HD diesel. I don't know. I kind of like Ford. Matt gave us permission to do burnouts, so
No, I said the tires have not been replaced yet. We're waiting on tires.
Matt said you can do burnouts.
Sounds good to me.
Do you know how to do a burnout, Corbin?
I don't even know what that is, but yeah.
You gotta remember too, if you ever get pulled over by a police officer, you tell them you have lead in your foot and you're trying to get to the hospital.
Don't tell a police officer that. All right, Corbin, well, it's good meeting ya. We'll see you later, buddy.
Before I forget too, I wanted to thank everybody for the nice comments. A week ago or so, I was feeling like yuck. And I went home that afternoon and took a 4-hour nap. I didn't wake up, I just slept. Feeling a lot better. Don't know what I had, but thank you for all the nice comments.